Lee does have.
Go on in, I'll call.
Call.
You called it. You called it, Bookie. Lee says I got too much in to let go. I think he's put Fraser on ace bit, which is what Ian has. And right now, the defending champion, about a 6-4 favorite here.
It's 118.
To take a huge lead. The news really is that whoever wins this pot is going to have a great shot at going through. There's the 6. There's still 6 outs for Nathan Lee. He's been all in and behind before. He needs a queen or a 10. Fraser is dominant. Oh, wow.
The turn always brings it, baby.
There's always a sweat up in the
Ian Fraser says it.
nice
Any
one.
8, any 10, any queen, any king. Lee, 2-1 against, but plenty to hit. He's in it!
It's the king!
Oh, that is gut-wrenching for Ian Fraser. And
Okay,
Bookie,
118.
he said it's all going to come down to who's got the most gamble. Go on then, said Nathan Lee. I know I'm behind, but I'll go with you.
Okay.
And
Lucky, mate.
how many does Fraser have left? Not
Turnbull
many at all,
and
does
world
he?
of outs, didn't it?
I was really even, do you know what I mean? I priced myself in. And
Look at that hand one more time. Fraser got his chips in first with the best of it's all he could ask for. But Lee catches the 9 on the turn, the king on the river to make a straight up and down. The straight pizza pair has made Nathan Lee in pole position to go through. Is it a question of destiny here?
I think it is. I mean, you've got to feel sorry for Fraser, really. I mean, he put his chips in front, but you know, I know a little bit about
Shouldn't
Nathan.
you have been
And
out a couple of hours ago?
one thing Nathan's got, Jesse, is a lot of bottle.
It's hard to see how the defending champion could have played better, but he is now short stacked.
That was horrible turn.
Supreme.
Really bad.
And Nathan Lee is just riding his luck. 3 big boys battling it out, and only one goes through. It'll be put up or pump up in a minute.
No one to play with? There's always partypoker.com.
Free remain and the defending champion Ian Fraser is hanging in there. In this match, anyone can win. We go back over to our commentators Jesse May and Anthony Hardy.
Nathan Lee's been playing his own game, hasn't he? He's got his own rhythm. And Fraser from the button and needing to make some noise. What about the 8 deuce? How surprised would you be if he moved here?
Nick might move and they get a call, that's for sure.
9 high for Purcell.
make sure they're good.
Nathan sending out a warning signal. All in from Nick Purcell.
Fraser.
9 high.
Nathan will call this.
Oh, he's found an ace.
You know what that first one is.
Ace 5.
How much you got there?
Well, this is a huge bet for Purcell.
Thing is, he can call this, Jesse, and he's still got 150,000 chips left.
He's looking at Ian Fraser. What's going through Nathan Lee's mind right now?
200 again.
Well, normally Nathan's very instinctive, and if he doesn't call straight away, then it's more than likely he won't call. But I've got a feeling he's going to call this to try and get heads up with Fraser and a big chip lead.
100. 120.
What's the first one? 9.
140. 152.
Is it preying on his mind that if he's up against a bigger ace, he's going to feel really silly?
Chips. Can I have a look?
I don't think he feels he's up against an ace. He really wants to call this. He might end up folding this.
Every decision is a decision for the tournament.
He feels his kicker's not big enough.
I don't know.
Pretty close.
Pass.
I wanted a call.
At this stage, you've got to be prepared
You
to
just
make
showed me
moves.
Ace Kicker.
But Phil Hellmuth says bluffing is more than just heave and hope it.
So you want to make a big bluff? It's not just betting every single hand. It's not just recklessness that creates a bluff. What creates a great bluff is setting it up. And table image has something to do with that. So you wait, you play a good patient game, you wait until the time is right, until your opponents are weak, and then you make that great bluff. But you don't give it away, you don't start talking, you don't do anything differently than when you bet your strong hands. You want to put in the chips the same way you did the last time your opponent saw you with a strong hand. You want to make the same comments, you want to put your head in your hands the same way, make sure everything matches. Because when you act the same way you did with a strong hand, the instincts of the other players say he has a strong hand. A bluff takes timing.
This game being played like the mulberry bush right now. Monday. Must be Nathan Lee's day. He raised with that exact hand last round from the button. You fancy Fraser to move all in with any two. I think he was just looking as a
Raise all in.
courtesy.
Yeah.
How much more?
67 more.
He might call this, Nick.
I know I'm not winning, but am I getting 2-1? Let me
Yeah,
see.
he might call this.
Can you
Pot
bring in
odds, he
the
might
20?
call this, Jesse.
Yeah, he says, am I getting 2-1? And why would that 2-1 number be important? Is it if there's one overcard and one undercard, that would give him the price?
Exactly. Plus, if he doubles up here,
67 more, yeah.
As it turns out, he's
I think he's going to call this.
more than a 2-1 favorite, is Purcell.
Also, if he calls, he puts Fraser out. If he wins.
It's a big percentage of Purcell's chips here. 67,000
You
more.
want to double up, don't you? At some
I
point.
don't really fancy a call here, to be fair. I'd rather just nick your 20
Yeah,
and try again.
I'm sure.
Ian's been very honest tonight.
That would leave me the low man.
The longer he thinks here, the less chance is that he'll call.
He avoided gambling with 2 5s earlier. And it will be going through his mind that he did get a 9-3 through against Nathan Lee.
He wants to call this, Jesse.
He's the kind of guy who likes to get the chips in first, though, isn't he? You know,
He might just turn around and say
67
gamble.
more, yeah?
Yeah.
it all comes down, you said much earlier, that to win one of these, you can't be scared of gambling. Even though it is a big buy-in tournament.
You can't be scared. You need bottle. That's what you need at this stage. You know, you must gamble. Nick has got to be
Don't
prepared
leave
to
you much
gamble and
behind.
lay his tournament on the line. And
Because,
this could be the opportunity
you're
he
winning.
needs.
I haven't got much. So if I can keep folding or whatever I can.
Fraser's trying to talk him off it
67.
now.
As he just said, you know, Nick's just said, I keep folding, I keep folding. You know, he must be thinking, I've got to make a stand shortly. And this could be the time.
Fraser's doing his best to convince Purcell he wants a call.
I must be miles in front. He took this time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got 10-9 of spades.
I thought,
You've got 30 seconds.
10-9 of spades.
I know what just went through Fraser's
one
mind, that it
left
was 2 words. Both of them short. But he's gotten it through. Purcell's passed.
Best stand I've seen for a while.
That was
It's the
that was
best
very
stand I've
tense.
seen for a while.
Yeah, I'd like to see Nick call that. I mean, it was a very difficult call, 9-10 of spades.
You know, if you look through this whole tournament, I mean, the difference has been that Purcell has avoided gambling twice. Both times he would have been either in front or in a race, and he agonized over both decisions.
Raise all
Yeah,
in.
and if he doesn't gamble soon, it'll be too late.
Now Fraser's got 30,000 more to gamble with, and he stuck him straight in. Does Nathan Lee want to take him on?
87 more.